Thank you for joining me. I'll be showing you how to draw this linkage widget in the Protomax layout software and program it for the water jet. I'm going to start by going File, New Design. It starts off with a circle anywhere on this cutting grid, left click, and it has a diameter of 0.880, typing in this window right here for the diameter, pressing enter. Going to zoom in a little bit and draw a line from the center, picking up this center snap of the circle, directly to the right horizontally, a length of 1.250, pressing tab on the keyboard to type in the angle window, and that's going to be an angle of 0, pressing enter, and I'm going to repeat the process with another circle, snapping to the end of this line segment and having a diameter of 0.250, enter. We now need to offset these two circles, but they're at different dimensions. Offset tool is located on the left side. Type in a value. First offset values for the left circle is going to be 0.125. And then you're just going to click just on the outside of your geometry you want to offset. And we have to do it 2 times because this line is splitting the circle into 2 segments. For the second circle, we need to change our value to 0.150. And then once again, left click just a little bit on the outside of our geometry. We now need to go to the line tool, and we're going to draw a line that's going to go directly from the top of this circle, nice and smooth, and transition to the bottom circle, the smaller circle, with a tangent snap. So we're going to turn on our tangent snap, and that allows us to snap tangent to this circle. Notice you can see the tangency. And we also need to do that a second time to make sure we tangent snap to the smaller circle. Repeat that command, line tool, tangent, click, tangent again. Make sure you don't forget that second tangent snap. And then we need to go into our erase tool and click on the geometry that we do not need for our widget. That is how you draw it. To program it, we're going to first create a tab. Since this is a relatively small part, it needs a tab so it doesn't get dropped into the tank on the water jet. Right click on the lead in, lead out button. Click create tab. We're going to go into our tab options and verify that we have an A part side gap at 0.05, C tip side gap 0.05. Uncheck the box, use tab part for leads. Actually, check that box. That's what we want. And then we will have a lead in, lead out length of 0.05. Forced to specified length is fine. 0.1 is the total tab length, and the cut quality traverses are fine. Click create tab, and then we're going to position our tab right here on the top, somewhere where it's nice and easy to deburr. Now that we have our tab, we need to assign cut qualities. With the cut qualities down at the bottom, left click. 1 being a rough cut, 2 medium rough cut, 3 standard machining, 4 high quality finish, 5 very high quality finish. Higher the finish, higher the quality, longer it's going to take to cut out, but technically better part. So we're going to do the inside large circle at a quality of 4. And then the outside is going to be a quality of 3. And that will also include the segments for the tab. This segment is left green because that's a traverse where it's not cutting. And this small hole will also be a cut quality of 3. So that's the cut quality. And now we're going to go into path. We're going to right click on auto path to go into auto path advanced and configure. Give us a few more options. Usually the default option is totally going to be great, where we have our origin starting at the bottom left, and it's going to traverse and cut out the small circle and then cut out the large circle, and then it's going to pierce up here at the tab and go all the way around and end over here, and then it's going to jog kind of out of the way a little bit. That will give us access to remove the part. So we can go ahead and click OK. If we need to change any of these locations, you basically switch these starting and end points around, and you can see how the preview gets updated. Go ahead and click on the checkmark Go. Now that we have our geometry, we have our cut qualities, we have our toolpaths, we now need to post it. But first, save your file. This is going to be called a linkage widget to your initials. Saves, gets saved as a DXF file. And now for the post, I need to pick the start point, which is going to be our bottom left hand point, the origin. And we now actually can see our nozzle toolpath where it starts, goes into here, starts, pierce, stays on the appropriate side of our geometry, and so on. We'll leave our tool offset at 0.015. Click Save, and that file is ready to be cut on the Protomax. To verify that we have that file, you would open up the Protomax Make application. Looks like I already have it, but that was the last part that I just loaded. So I'm going to verify. I'm going to go File, Open, and then I saved it as this one, Linkage Widget YT2 BJT. That was the one I just created. And then we don't really need to worry about our material settings right here in the classroom, but it is absolutely critical in the water jet. But we will be cutting this out of aluminum 6061 with a thickness of 0.125. So go ahead and take care of that right now. And we have our file, and we also have some statistics that we will print where it's going to take less than 2 minutes and use less than 1 pound of garnet with 3 pierces and a total cutting length of 9.09 inches. Thank you for joining me. Good luck.